Oh my god! Oh my god!
Fucking way, nigga.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
No fucking way.
$242 million!
Like it's game time. Locked in when it's game time. Yeah, I'm ballin'. Like it's game time. Locked in when it's game time. I put in work, couldn't wait for mine.
It started as a quiet morning, nothing strange, nothing dangerous. But in just a few hours, a kid living in their mom's basement was about to pull off the biggest crypto heist ever recorded in history. 4,000 bitcoins, which equals $230 million, was about to be wiped off the accounts of a big angel investor in just minutes. This is the story of how Malone Lamb stole $230 million and how he was caught. It's August 19th, 2024, the day of the heist. 5 of them. Malone Lamb, the main man of the heist. Veer Chatal, also called Wiz. Jean-Deal Serrano, also called Box. Danish Khan and Chen. None of them were master hackers. None of them built special software. They didn't need to. They found something easier to break into than any encrypted wallet. A human being. At 11:42 a.m., the victim's phone rang. A number he recognized, a company he trusted, Google. The voice on the other end sounded calm, professional, almost bored. It was Wiz, an 18-year-old pretending to be a Google support specialist. But this was not Google, it was a spoofed number. He told the victim that his account was compromised, that there was suspicious activity, that they needed to secure everything right now. It wasn't the words that worked. It was the fear and false sense of urgency behind them. In a moment of panic, the victim opened his Gmail and Wiz immediately gained access to his iCloud and Gmail accounts. Every step he took, Wiz was right there, guiding him, watching him, collecting pieces of information he didn't even realize he was giving away. And this wasn't just a random call to a random person. These kids had been spying on their victim for days, secretly gathering small pieces of information about his crypto accounts. A few hours later, the phone rang again. Different number this time. The man on the phone claimed to be a representative from Gemini, the crypto exchange the victim used. He warned the victim his account was under attack. Funds were at risk and he needed to act fast. This voice belonged to Box, a 21-year-old who spoke the way real support agents speak, sharp, urgent, not giving you enough time to think. He convinced the victim to reset his two-factor authentication, the one thing between him and the crypto exchange. Under pressure and scared to lose his entire fortune, he quickly reset it. And once it was reset, the door was open. The thieves moved quickly, not loud, not careless, just steady. They logged in. They redirected the recovery emails. They took the new 2FA codes. And before the victim even understood what was happening, his account was no longer his. But the final blow didn't come through a password. It came through a screen sharing app, AnyDesk. They told him it was part of the security process. He believed them and installed it instantly. But in reality, it was the final blow. As the victim unknowingly shared his screen, the private keys to their Bitcoin appeared in full view. Just like that, the entire fortune, 4,064 Bitcoin, worth more than $230 million at that moment, fell straight into the hands of 5 young men sitting behind laptops thousands of miles away. The victim didn't know what had just happened to him. He didn't even realize it. Not yet, but the thieves did.
Fucking way, nigga.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
No fucking way.
$242 million! Do you know how much money that is?
Holy fuck! Quarter of a bill.
Holy,
Yes!
holy fuck, nigga.
Their recording shows them cheering, laughing, watching zeros stack into millions, millions stack into tens of millions. It didn't feel real to them. It didn't feel real to anyone who saw the video. It was the kind of moment people dream about but never reach, and it happened in seconds. But stealing it was only the beginning. Keeping it was the part they weren't ready for. 17 minutes after the transfer, the group started laundering the Bitcoin. There was no celebration anymore, just movement. They cut the massive chunk of Bitcoin into small slices and sent them across 15 different exchanges. It's a technique criminals call a peel chain. Break the money, move the money, confuse the trail. Bitcoin became Litecoin. Litecoin became Ethereum. Ethereum became Monero. And Monero disappears, the perfect hiding place. For days, the kids sat behind their screens, swapping currencies in loops, pushing tokens through mixers, swapping again, splitting again. Nothing about it felt professional. It felt frantic, like 5 people sprinting through a maze they barely understood, hoping the walls didn't close in. The process took several days, with constant swapping between different currencies and exchanges, further obscuring the trail. Soon enough, all the stolen money was now clean. Money ready to be spent, and the criminals didn't hold back. The day before the heist even took place, they were already planning on how to spend their fortune, sharing links with each other on Telegram of expensive luxury clothes they wanted to purchase, from brands like Louis Vuitton, Givenchy, and other expensive things they had always wanted to own. But while the rest of the crew kept a low profile, one person couldn't: Malone Lamb.
I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip this, wet, tell 'em run it off, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell 'em run it off.
20 years old, based in Los Angeles, and determined to live a life he had only seen rich people live. The moment he touched the money, he went straight for excess. Clubs, bottles, VIP sections, nights so expensive they didn't even sound real. $265,000 bar tabs, $300,000 nights, $500,000 blown in a single party. His name lit up the club like he was a celebrity. DJs shouted him out. Staff cheered when he walked in.
Welcome home alone. Take me to $100,000 in bottles right now. Jesus, Malone, this is next level. Well, mate, you're not stopping tonight, right?
He became the guy who paid for everything. If Malone was in the room, everyone drank for free. At one point, he even handed a DJ a giant 6-liter bottle of gold Ace of Spades champagne, a bottle worth anywhere between $25,000 and $60,000. Another time, he casually tipped a DJ $2,000 and had all the unopened bottles of expensive drinks sent to his house. And while he drowned in the attention, the people who chase criminals for a living noticed. Blockchain experts, crypto investigators, people like Zach XBT, they saw the pattern, the spending, the wallets, the sudden surge of money. They started connecting the dots. Malone didn't know. He didn't care. His world was flashing lights, diamond chains, Ferraris, Urus trucks, penthouses, jet rentals, Instagram models, and late nights that never ended. But every dollar he spent made the trail clearer. Every car he bought made the evidence heavier. Every post he liked made him easier to find. Behind the scenes, something quiet was happening. Something slow. Something the boys couldn't see. The walls were closing in. But LA wasn't enough for Malone. The money changed him fast. He wanted bigger crowds, louder reactions, more people watching him live the life he believed he finally deserved. So he left California behind and took a private jet to Miami. Not commercial, not first class. A full jet, chartered just for him, paid for with money that never belonged to him in the first place. Miami welcomed him the way it welcomes anyone who shows up dripping in cash. He moved into a waterfront mansion worth $10.5 million, with a monthly rent of $62,000. Everything about the house looked like it was built for someone who never planned to sleep. 25-foot ceilings, a pool glowing blue at midnight, 10 bedrooms he wasn't going to use, 2 massive front gates, a garage big enough to hold more cars than most people will ever see in their lifetime. And Malone made sure it was really filled. Malone went on a wild buying spree. He picked up a
black Mansory Ferrari SF90, a white Lamborghini Urus, and another fully kitted white Mansory Urus with a baby blue interior. He added a matte black Lamborghini Revuelto, the new Porsche 911 GT3 RS, the new Ferrari SUV in black, and 2 Mercedes G-Class SUVs, 1 gray and 1 wrapped in matte black camo. He bought a matte black and pink Rolls-Royce Dawn convertible, a blue BMW M4, another Revuelto in matte gray, a blue Lamborghini Urus, and an all-white wide-body Aventador SVJ with his name printed along the bottom of the door. Then came a matte black Ferrari 812 Superfast, another blue Aventador SVJ, and even a pink Urus, a car he originally bought as a gift for his ex, hoping to win her back, but she still rejected him. And on top of all that, a fully black carbon fiber McLaren 765 LT, a blue Pagani Huayra, and many, many, many more cars.
A collection so large that neighbors stopped pretending they weren't watching. He wasn't buying quietly. He wasn't hiding the money. He was announcing it. And another way Malone Lamb spent his insane fortune was on fashion. Louis Vuitton, Givenchy, Palm Angels, Montclair, diamond-studded glasses, diamond rings. Diamond chains were so heavy they looked uncomfortable. He even bought multiple Richard Mille watches, one for each wrist, because one wasn't enough. But for all the flexing, there were moments where he wasn't selfish at all. He would go to clubs and buy Birkin bags, 5 of them, just to hand out to random girls like party favors. One ended up with a model named Olivia Allen, another with TikTok star Sky Bree, who later admitted she didn't even like it. To Malone, generosity and showing off were the same thing. He didn't want to be rich quietly. He wanted to be seen being rich. And that was his biggest mistake. Because while he was busy posing next to cars, giving away expensive bags, and outspending every VIP in Miami, investigators were quietly studying his every move. They weren't guessing, they were tracing. You can hide your name, you can hide your face, but on a blockchain, you can't hide the money. Every transaction leaves a trace, and as Malone spent more, the scars grew deeper. Behind the scenes, people like Zach XBT were mapping the flow of the stolen Bitcoin, following the transfers, comparing the timing, analyzing every currency swap. Patterns started to form. Wallets linked to the heist were behaving in ways that didn't match normal holders. 2 of the thieves, Wiz and Box, also made critical mistakes. Wiz accidentally leaked his full name during a screen recording. Box reused deposit addresses, something investigators look for immediately. And as the laundering continued, both boys slipped up again, connecting stolen funds to personal accounts they thought were safe. It wasn't one big error that exposed them. It was 100 tiny ones. By early September, authorities already knew exactly who they were after. They had conversations, screenshots, transfers, IP logs, recorded calls, bank connections, maps of every crypto movement. All they needed was the right moment. That moment came on September 19th. Federal agents surrounded the Miami mansion. Inside, Malone was still living like a king. Expensive clothes thrown across the floor, diamond watches scattered on countertops, a driveway packed with supercars he hadn't even driven yet. But kings don't stay kings when the money isn't real. Agents rushed in. Malone was arrested on the spot, surrounded by the very things that sealed his fate. The footage of the raid would later show something almost ironic. All the luxury, frozen in place, silent, worthless, no longer his. Officials managed to recover more than $9 million right away. $500,000 was already returned to the victim, but most of the stolen crypto was still scattered across wallets that hadn't moved since the heist. Box was still sitting on around $21 million. Wiz had about $39 million frozen in his accounts, and another $4 million from Malone remained untouched. But here's the part most people don't think about. When a criminal buys luxury items with stolen money, the government takes it all back. Every car, every watch, every chain, every bag, every pair of designer glasses. It's called asset forfeiture, and it hits harder than any prison sentence. Once the government seizes the items, they get sent to auction. Dealers buy them, collectors buy them. Sometimes even the same dealership that originally sold the car buys it again at a discount. And whatever money is raised gets divided. Some goes to the victim, some pays for the investigation, and some gets absorbed back into the system. But in Malone's case, things were worse. Some of his cars were actually damaged before the government could even sell them. A popular car spotting YouTuber, F-Spot, later filmed the Mansory Urus, the Lamborghini Revuelto, and the Porsche GT3 RS in Los Angeles, and the damage was obvious. The Revuelto had a smashed front end. The Porsche had dents along the rear. It looked like Malone crashed one into the other. Value, gone. Money, gone. Victims' recovery, gone. As for the clubs, the jets, the bottle service, the rented villas, None of that comes back. Those were real services from real businesses. The money is gone forever. The victim will never be made whole. Not fully, not even close. And Malone? His dream life lasted barely a month. Millions gone. Cars seized. Friends arrested. Crypto frozen. Everything he built, everything he bragged about, vanished as fast as it appeared. In the end, the story wasn't about luxury or genius or even crypto. It was about something much simpler. A group of kids who thought money made them invisible and learned the hard way that nothing shines brighter on the internet than greed.